What are the happiest days of a man's life? When you're young, you might think it's landing your dream job, getting married, or buying your first house. And sure, those moments are great. But if you talk to a man who's hit 50, you might get a very different answer. See, life after 50 isn't a slow fade into the background. For many of us, it's a powerful awakening. The things that bring you the deepest joy aren't always the big, flashy milestones. They're the quiet, simple victories that you once took for granted. I am going to share the 5 happiest days in the life of a 50-year-old man, days that brought more peace and clarity than any trophy ever could. The 5th happiest day? It was a random Tuesday. I woke up, stretched, and swung my legs out of bed. As my feet hit the floor, I stood up straight and nothing. No creak in my knee. No twinge in my lower back. No dull ache in my shoulder that I'd learned to live with. For the first time in what felt like a decade, I woke up completely painful. It wasn't a day I conquered a mountain or closed a huge deal. It was the day my own body felt like an ally again, not an adversary. I walked around the house feeling light, almost brand new. You can't put a price on that feeling. It was a simple, profound reminder that health isn't just the absence of sickness. It's the presence of vitality. Coming in at number 4 is a day that started with a phone call. It was my son, who's in his early 20s. He's always been fiercely independent, smart, and a little too proud to ask for help, especially from his old man. But on this day, he called and said, "Dad, I've got a situation at work, and I don't know what to do. I was hoping I could get your advice." My heart just swelled. For 20 years, my job was to guide him, teach him, and protect him. Then, he grew up, and that role faded. But in that moment, he wasn't just my son. He was a young man seeking the wisdom of an older one. He saw value in my years of screw-ups and successes. It wasn't about me being right. It was about being needed in a new way. That day, I wasn't just a father. I was a mentor. The 3rd happiest day was a quiet afternoon alone. My wife was out, the kids were living their own lives, and the house was silent. For years, I filled every quiet moment with noise: to TV, a podcast, a project. I was always running from something, or maybe just from myself. But on this particular day, I sat in my favorite chair by the window and did absolutely nothing. I just sat there, watched the clouds drift by, and felt comfortable. Comfortable in the silence. Comfortable in my own skin. I wasn't worried about my career, my thinning hair, or the paunch I'd acquired. I just felt a deep sense of acceptance. I was finally okay with being me, exactly as I was. That peace, that sense of being at home in your own body and mind, is a happiness that no amount of money can buy. My 2nd happiest day happened at a family barbecue. My daughter, who I've always had a wonderful but sometimes complicated relationship with, pulled me aside. We were just chatting about little things when she looked at me and said, "You know, Dad, I really admire how you've handled everything. You've become such a calm and thoughtful person." I was stunned. All those years I spent trying to be the perfect provider, the strong leader. I was often stressed, impatient, and distracted. I felt like I'd failed in so many small ways, but she wasn't seeing the failures. She was seeing the man I had become, the man who had learned from his mistakes, who had softened, who had finally learned to listen more than he talked. To be truly seen and appreciated by your child for the person you are now. That's a validation that hits you right in the soul. And the number 1 happiest day for this 50-year-old man, it wasn't a single day. It was the moment I realized something profound. I was looking at an old photo of myself from my 30s, full of ambition, anxiety, and a desperate need to prove myself. I remembered the constant pressure, the feeling that I was always falling short. And I looked in the mirror at the man I am today, with his wrinkles and graying temples, and I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. The happiest day was the realization that my best days aren't behind me. They're happening right now. The pressure is off. The need for approval is gone. All that's left is the freedom to enjoy the life I've built, to cherish the people I love, and to appreciate the simple, beautiful moments that make it all worthwhile. So if you're a man over 40 or 50, or you know someone who is, remember, his happiness doesn't disappear with age. It evolves. It deepens. And sometimes, it's found in moments only experience can create. Your best days aren't in the rearview mirror, they are just getting started. Thanks for watching. And if this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more stories about navigating life with wisdom and heart.